Hi to everybody. I'm welcoming all of you people to listen the online classes and which has sponsored our beloved institution, that is Diamond Group of Institutions. I am P. Chandrasekhar, Faculty of Zoology. Today we'll discuss the structural organization in the animal, particularly the tissue level. What kind of tissues can be present, and what is the use and what is the benefits while they possess the 4 different tissues in their internal parts of the body. Of course, you know that epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue also. So lot of benefits and a lot of advantages are so far gaining by the living animals while they possess the 4 different tissues, and they are lining and surrounding and protecting the different internal parts of the different animals itself. Now the questions are like this. Now we go for the first question. Particularly the first question is the epithelial cells of intestine involved in food absorption have on their surface. Particularly, what is the speciality of epithelial tissue? Among the 4 kinds of the tissues are so far present in our internal parts, the epithelial tissue is the only tissue which is originated from 3 of the general layers like ecto, meso and endoderms. That is the one of the specific and unique character of the epithelial tissue. Of course, epithelial tissue is classified into many types, and that is not concerned with this. And here, and which of the specialized structure which is present in the intestine, the surface of the intestine to absorb the digested food particles itself. Now the options are given like this. A option, pinacocytic vesicle. The pinacocytic vesicles are not concerned with the absorption of the digested food particles, of course here. And phagocytic vesicles, particularly the WBC are concerned with phagocytic vesicles, or else infected bacteria can be controlled and engulfed by the phagocytic vesicles. And see the zymogen granules. Zymogen cells are look after the secretion of different secretions which are helpful in the digestion. And whereas D option is the microvilli. The villis are divided into microvillis also. The number of microvillis are so far present on the surface of the intestine to enhance the absorbing surface area to absorb the digested food particles perfectly into the blood for sake of circulation to the each and every part of the body. So among A, B, C, D, the D option is the correct option. That is the microvillis are so far present on surface of the intestine to absorb the digested food particles into the blood. So that's why opting the D option is the correct option for this. Now we go for the second question. Formation of blood is called. Of course, what is the name of the process which is involving the synthesis or production of the blood itself? Of course, here anemia, the loss of blood cells. And of course, hemolysis, that means the lysis means the breakage of the blood cells itself. And plasmolysis, it is also not concerned with the production of the blood itself. Hemopiesis. Hemopiesis is the name of the process which is involving in the production of the blood itself. Of course, the hemopiesis is basically classified into 2 types also. Erythropoiesis and leukopoiesis itself. Erythropoiesis is nothing but a kind of process which is involving the production of RBC from the bone marrow. Or else, of course, the production of WBC from the bone marrow is also called leukopoiesis itself. That's why among A, B, C, D, the C, just D option is the correct option, that is called hemopiesis. The production of blood in the body of living animals or advanced organism can be named as the hemopiesis itself. Now I am opting the D option for this question. Now we go for the other, mark the odd one itself. Now we go for the A options are like this: monocytes or monocysts, and monocytes are and lymphocytes and neutrophils and erythrocytes itself. These are four of the options are so far given in the form of ABCD. Monocytes. Here the monocytes are nothing but a kind of WBC itself, because of on the basis of presence and absence of the granules. The WBC are classified into two types, granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes are furtherly classified into three types, acidophils, basophils and neutrophils. And whereas agranulocytes are simply classified into two types, thrombocytes and monocytes itself. Okay. And now, and here the lymphocytes and of course the monocytes and lymphocytes and neutrocytes are neutrophils are nothing but they are a kind of WBC and which are helpful to engulf the infected microorganism itself. That's why monocytes are also phagocytic nature, lymphocytes are also phagocytic nature, because of the lymphocytes are directly helpful in the production of the antibodies. The antibodies can be look after the attack of or look after the infection of a microorganism to kill them and protect the internal parts itself. And the neutrophils are naturally, they are phagocytic nature. The major portion of the WBC are present in the form of neutrophils itself. So ABC are three of the cells which are concerned with the phagocytosis itself or phagocytic cell. Whereas the erythrocytes are nothing but RBC. The RBC is giving strength to the body. Not only that, each of the RBC is provided with the one molecule of the hemoglobin. Each of the hemoglobin can be attract the four molecules of the oxygen, and with the help of erythrocytes, our blood can be look after the transport of the oxygen to the each and every cell, and simultaneously collect the carbon dioxide and send it out from the body itself. So that's why among the ABCD, the erythrocytes are odd one. So that's why the odd one is the D option is. The erythrocytes are included under D. That's why D is the odd one itself. Now you go for the another question. Nerve cells do not divide because they do not have. So one of the basic character is not present in the nerve cells. That's why whatever the nerves are so far present at the time of the birth, till the death of that, the nerve cells are never increased in their number, because of they are not supposed to undergo any kind of the division, either of the mitotic or meiosis division itself, because of due to the absence of the centrosome itself. Due to the absence of the centrosome, the nerve cells are not supposed to undergo any kind of the division to increase in number itself. The question is asked that which of the structures is not confined to the nerve cells and enable the nerve cells to divide themselves. Now the options are like this. The A option is the nucleus. Of course, nucleus is not concerned with the division of the nerve cells, and Golgi body is also not concerned with the division of nerve cells. Only the C option is the correct, centrosome. The centrosome is the only structure which can be make the what you can say that one of the central plate can be formed through the centrosome, and the centromeres are present, and along with the centrosomes and centromeres are used to form the middle plate itself during the division. So if the centrosome is not present, naturally the centromeres are also not present and not permit the nerve cells to divide themselves itself. That's why there is no division in the nerve cell because of the absence of the centrosome itself. That's why the C option is the correct option, and whereas D option is the mitochondria. Mitochondria is only providing and storing the energy itself. That's why the mitochondria is also not at all concerned with the division of the nerve cells itself. That's why the options of the C, that is the centrosome, and that is not permit the nerve cells to divide. So that's why C option is correct for this. Now you go for the other question. Interarticulated discs is found in. So the interarticulated, intercalated discs are present in the cardiac muscles of the heart part. These are different. Intercalated discs are naturally present in between the different vertebrae of the vertebral column. So that means due to the presence of vertebral column, which is simply made with the vertebrae, For sake of bending activity of the body, certainly the interarticulated discs are helpful to the vertebrates to give a bending nature and to give the convenience to the different activities of the body itself. The interarticulated discs are naturally present among the vertebrae of the vertebral column itself. Now the options are given like that. Muscles of the arms. The muscles are not at all concerned with the interarticulated discs itself. Only the B option is the correct option, that is called vertebrae. A number of vertebrae can be present. On the base of location of the vertebrae, you know that cervical, thoracic, just sacral, lumbar and caudal vertebrae can be present. Here, in irrespective of the types of the vertebrae, in between two of the vertebrae, there is a presence of interarticulated disc can be present. That's why the B option is the correct. Now C option is the muscles of legs. Irrespective of the arms, forearms and legs, the muscles are not supposed to have the interarticulated disc. And D is the pubic symphysis. The pubic symphysis is the one of the structure of the pelvic girdle, in which part also there is no interarticulated disc. So that's why the B option is the correct option for this. Now we go for the other question. Now abnormally low levels of the WBC in the blood is termed as. Options are like this. Leukemia is nothing but blood cancer. So that is not at all concerned with the, of course, if the number of WBC can be increases, that will be leads into sometimes affect the cancer, it's a leukemia. And B, the leukocytosis. So it is also not concerned with the low levels of the WBC itself. And C, the diaperesis. Diaperesis means in emergency condition or there is a need of transport of the phagocytic nature of the WBC. Sometimes they are simply transformed into the blood capillaries where the injuries or where the damaged blood vessels can be present. So the transportation of the WBC from endothelium of the blood capillaries can be named as the diaperesis itself, and D, the leukopenia itself. So the leukopenia, the correct option for this. So that will be included under D option. That's why leukopenia. The low levels of the WBC is present in the blood of a man. That condition can be named as the leukopenia itself. Now we go for the other question. The camel's hump consists of. Because of here the camel is popularly named as the desert animal itself, desert sheep also. Why? Because so many adaptive characters are so far present in the body of a camel. That's why the camel is perfectly leading as a terrestrial mode of life. A lot of particularly lot of adaptations are so far developed by the camel to conserve the water. So one among the adaptive character of the camel, the hump is confined to the upper part of the forelimb. There is a presence of a little edged part or else a little larger, just larger or else enlarged part is present. That will be called as the hump. So whatever the fat is so far present in the different parts of the body of camel, which is confined to the which is stored in the hump part of the camel, that is the one of the adaptive character to conserve the water itself. So what kind of cells are confined to the hump part of the camel? The question is asking like that. A option is the skeletal tissue. The skeletal tissue is not at all present in the hump itself. Muscular tissue, of course, apart from that, every part is simply made with the skeleton and attached by the muscles. And here just see the areolar tissue. Areolar tissue is scattered in other parts, but the areolar tissue is not confined to the hump part because of adipose tissue. Why adipose tissue is present is nothing but adipose tissue is meant to store the excess of energified or also energetic substance or food is present in the body of camel, that will be stored in the form of adipose tissue in the hump part of the camel itself. That's why the hump of the camel is simply composed by adipose tissue itself. Of course, you know that on the nature of the adipose, it is simply classified into band and wat also, white white adipose tissue and brown adipose tissue itself. Here the fat is stored in the form of adipose tissue, which is confined to the hump part of the camel. That's why I am opting the D option as the correct option for this. Now you to opt the D. And now we go for the other question. Mast cells are secret. Of course, a number of cells can be present in areolar tissue. Mast cells, basophils, reticulocytes, and like that. Here, what is the function of mast cells? What is secret that? So here the mast cells options are given like that: heparin, D, just B the myoglobin, and C the histamine, and D the hemoglobin itself. Of course, heparin is the correct option for that. Mast cells are supposed to secrete the heparin along with the liver itself. So here the heparin, while it is secreted by the mast cell along with the liver, which is present in the blood tissue or liquid tissue of our body, and heparin is functionally named as anticoagulant pigment itself. How long the heparin is present in our blood? The blood is not supposed to clot. If the blood is clot while it is circulated to the each and every part of the body of human being within the blood vessels, that will be leads into embolus itself. That will be leads into death of the people also. That's why heparin is not permit the clot of the blood. So that's why the mast cells are helpful to secrete the heparin along with the liver itself. So that's why A option is correct, whereas myoglobin is kind of respiratory pigment which is confined to present in the muscles of the body itself. The myoglobin is also secreted by the bone marrow, but it is not at all concerned with the mast cells itself. And whereas histamine is a kind of cells which are secreted within the body when the inflammations can be affected in the body. The basophils can be look after the secretion of the histamine. The mast cells are not supposed to secrete this. And D, the hemoglobin. You know that the hemoglobin is naturally synthesized by the bone marrow of the human body itself. That's why among the A, B, C, D, the A is the correct option for the secretion of the mast cell, that will be called as the heparin itself. So now you have the A option as the correct option. Now we go for the other question. The tendons and ligaments are specialized types of. You know that. Here they are the regular connective tissue. So here the dense regular connective tissue are furtherly classified to tendons and ligaments itself. The tendons and ligaments are specialized structures which are mostly helpful in the following functions itself. The tendons are always permit the skeletal muscles or permit the muscles to attach to the skeleton of the body. Whereas ligaments are also another specialized structure which are always permit the connection of two successive bones itself. That's why in between two successive bones there is a presence of ligaments. There is a tendon is present in between muscles to the endoskeleton of the body itself. That's why these two of the specialized structures are present in our body also. Now the options are given like that. A option, nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is not at all concerned with the tendons and ligaments. And here B is the muscular tissue. And of course here the number of muscular tissue means on the base of location muscular tissue is simply classified into three types also. Stated muscles, non-stated muscles and cardiac muscles itself. Here the tendons and ligaments are naturally what I said, they are present in between, tendons are present in between muscles to the skeleton and ligaments are present in between two successive bones itself. That's why C option is the epithelial tissue, which is also not concerned with. D option is the correct option, fibrous connective tissue itself. Fibrous connective tissue or dense connective tissue is simply categorized into tendons and ligaments for the purpose of attachment of the muscles to the skeleton and the two successive bones also. That's why the tendons and ligaments are simply included under fibrous connective tissue. That's why D option is the correct option for this. Now we go for the other question. Anson's discs are found in. What I said here, we studied that interarticulated disc, like that here the ends and discs are naturally present in the myofibrils of the stated muscles itself. The A option is correct because of what is the myofibril? So a number of myofibrils are collectively form the one of the stated muscle itself. Of course, you know that each of the myofibril is simply composed by two of the bonds, A bonds and I bonds. A bonds are simply called as the dog bonds, and whereas I bonds are simply called as the isotropic bonds or light bonds itself. A bond and I bond are alternately present all along the length of the stated muscles itself. Here, the ends and discs are naturally present in the myofibrils of the stated muscle, particularly in center part of the actin. Just here, the A bond, certainly the ends and disc is present. The center part is little thinner when you compare with the peripheral part of the A bond itself, because of the actin filaments are extended up to the peripheral part of the A bond, but they are not completely enter into the center part of the A bond itself. That's why little thinner middle part and middle portion of the A bond is called ends and disc. That's why ends and disc itself is present in the myofibril of the stated muscle. That's why the A option is correct. And after that, B option, myofibrils of non-stated muscles. Of course, the striations can be present in the non-stated muscle, but they are not systematically arranged. That's why they are simply called as the visceral muscles or non-stated muscles or smooth muscles also. That's why the ends and discs are not concerned with the myofibrils of the non-stated muscles itself. And after that, myofibrils of the heart muscles also. Here, the ends and discs are not supposed to present in the myofibrils of the heart muscles also. And D option is the none of this. So that's why opting the A option is the correct option for this question. Now we go for the next question. Bipolar neurons occurs in. What do you mean of bipolar? You know that the nervous tissue of the human body is simply made with the neurons itself. Of course, the neurons are functionally classified into three types also. So, sensory neurons and motor neurons and just neutral neurons are also present, and mixed neurons are also present. Like that here, the neurons along with the nerve fibers are also present, and nerves are also present. On the basis of functional activity, the nerves are also classified into three types. Just here, sensory nerves, they are always absorbing the external stimulus and send them to the brain of the central nervous system of the body itself. And after that, the central nervous system can be take the action and take the necessary action. The actions of the brain is circulated or carried by the motor nerves and send them to the effector organs itself. And the third category of the nerves can be named as the mixed nerves. That means some of the specialized nerves can be present, and functionally they are functions like a sensory and motor neurons also. So particularly, what do you mean of bipolar neurons itself? Just on the basis of number of dendrites and number of axons, the neurons are simply classified into three types also. Unipolar neurons are pseudo unipolar neurons itself. Only one of the cyton is present from which two of the filaments can be developed. That is called unipolar. And whereas bipolar means one of the dendrite and one of the axon can be present in the neurons, which are simply called as the bipolar neurons itself. So in case of multipolar, one dendrite and two or more than axons can be present. That will be called as the plural neurons or multipolar neurons itself. Here the bipolar neurons occurs in. The options are 1, 2, 3, 4 given. Retina of eyes. Naturally, bipolar neurons are confined to the retina. And second is the olfactory epithelium. So it is the another side where the bipolar neurons can be present. That is called olfactory epithelium. And 3 the inner ear also. Inner ear is also another option for having the bipolar neurons. Only the fourth option, that is the brain is not a correct site to have the bipolar neurons itself. And of course here the options are given like that. 1, 2 and 3 are correct. And B option is given 1 and 2 are correct. And C option is 2 and 4 are correct, and D the 1 and 3 are correct. Only in this case the A option is correct option, that is called 1, 2 and 3 are correct option itself. So that's why you opting the A option is the correct option for this question. Now you to opt the A option as the correct. Now we go for the next question. Example of embryonic connective tissue cell. A specialized name is given to the embryonic tissue. Embryonic connective tissue is present in the embryonic development of mammals. A particular word is given. We have to trace out, or we have to take we have to opt the which option is having the perfect word of the embryonic connective tissue itself. A option is the Workman's jelly itself. It is not at all concerned. And B option is the Watson jelly. The Watson jelly is the another name to the embryonic connective tissue itself. And whereas B is the white jelly, it is also not concerned. And D is the none of this, which is also not concerned with this. So that's why the B option is the correct option for this question. So I am opting the B option for this also. Now we go for the another question. Which type of white blood cells are concerned with the release of histamines and the natural anticoagulant heparin also? Here the A option is just eosinophils. Eosinophils are one among the granulocytic WBC, and which are always just look after the production of eosinophilic cells. If the infection of any microorganism like helminthic parasite, that will be leads into eosinophilia itself. And whereas monocytes, what I said, monocytes one among the phagocytic cells of the granular WBC itself. And C option is the neutrophils are also one among the granulocytic WBC. And whereas monocytes and neutrophils of the WBC are phagocytic, eosinophils are not concerned with the phagocytic. And whereas D, the basophils are the correct option, which can be secrete histamine whenever the injuries or whenever the inflammations may be affected within the body, and basophils are stimulated to secrete the histamine along with the anticoagulant pigment heparin also. That's why you are opting the D option for this. So I am also opting the B option as the correct option for this question. Now you go for the next question. Irregular nucleus, irregular shape of the nucleus can be present in the following organism itself. Okay. Now here the A option is the neutrophils, and the B option is the basophils, and C option is the eosinophils, and the D option is the monocytes itself. Already we came to know that regarding the basophils, eosinophils and monocytes. And here the neutrophils are the only one type of the cells which contain the irregular shape of the nucleus can be present. So you opting the A option as the correct option for this. And the remaining B, C and D are not at all concerned with the presence of the irregular nucleus itself. Now the neutrophils are the only cells which have the irregular shape of the nucleus. That is the specific identity of the neutrophils also. Now I am opting the A option as the correct option for this. Now we go for the other question. Connection between axon and dendrites. Of course you know that dendrites are the anterior parts, anteriorly located on the cyton. You know that each of the neuron is mainly composed by two of the specialized structures. One is called cyton or cell body, and the second one is the axon itself. Here the cyton will be composed with the initial granules, and of course a prominent nucleus is also present. Just above the cyton there is a number of dendrites can be present. The dendrites are acts like a efferent neurons itself, because of whatever the neural information or else action potential or nerve impulse is passed from one neuron to the another neuron, certainly the dendrites can be collect the neural impulses and send it toward the cyton itself. And after that, the axon is the one of the axon which will be extended a little bit and extended for a while and terminated in the form of terminals itself or terminal branches. The terminal branches of the axon can be named as the telidendria itself. So each of the terminal branch or telidendria will be consist of synaptic knob. Synaptic knob will be contain synaptic cleft and synaptic cleft as the synaptic vesicle also. The synaptic vesicle during the transformation of the nerve impulse from one neuron to the another neuron, certainly the synapses will be secreting the one of the specific neurotransmitter that can be named as acetylcholine. The acetylcholine is simply transmit the nerve impulse from postsynaptic membrane to the presynaptic membrane. So that means a little gap and there is a little gap can be present in between dendrites to the telidendrite of the another neuron is itself is called synapse. Now the four of the options are given like this. Synapses is not at all concerned with the connection between axon and dendrite, and whereas B option is the correct option, that is called synapse. The gap in between the dendrite and telidendrite of the axon can be named as the synapse itself. Desmosomes and tight junctions are concerned with the epithelial tissue itself. So that's why among the A, B, C, D, the B option is the correct option, which will be connect the cyton or dendrite of the cyton and the telidendrite of the axon itself. That's why opting the B option is the correct option for this. And after that you go for the other question. In a myelinated neuron, two adjacent myelin sheaths are separated by a gaps called. Of course you know that. On the basis of presence and absence of the myelin sheath, which is secreted by the Schwann cells itself. Some of the neurons are simply covered with, some of the axons are simply covered with the myelin sheath. They are simply called as the myelinated axons. If the myelin sheaths are not present, they are simply called as the non-myelinated axons. So the difference is, the functional difference, little difference is there. Here the myelinated axons are speed up the transformation of the nerve impulse from receptors to the brain itself, whereas non-myelinated neurons are also send the information from the receptors to the brain of the body with the low speed itself. That is the only differences. Here the question is asked that two of the myelinated sheaths are simply separated by presence of the gap that will be called as the node of Ranvier itself. Okay, now the options are given that. So A option is the nodes of Ranvier. The A option is the correct option for this, whereas B option is the synaptic cleft. What I said, the synaptic cleft is simply connected with the gap in between, or else the telidendrite will be contains one of the synaptic cleft itself. And C option is the Schwann cells. The Schwann cells are the only cells which can be look after the secretion of the myelinated sheath itself, whereas synaptic plate, it is also not concerned with a gap which will be separated two of the myelin sheaths itself. So that's why among A, B, C, D, the A option is correct option. The gap which will be separating the two of the myelinated sheath of the axon, that could be named as the nodes of Ranvier itself. That's why A option is the correct option for this. Now we go for the endothelium of the blood vessels is made up of. You know that. So the long blood vessels are present, arteries are present, and of course capillaries are also present and veins are also present. Particularly the walls of the heart and the long blood vessels are simply lined with the endothelium layer itself. Of course the endothelium of the long cells and capillaries and as well as walls of the heart can be made with a specialized tissue itself. The four of the options are so far given. The one of A option is the simple cuboidal epithelium itself. The simple cuboidal epithelium is confined to the excitatory system or else the nephron itself. The B option is the simple squamous epithelium is the only correct option. The simple squamous epithelium is used to or united to form the endothelium of the blood vessels itself. And whereas a simple columnar epithelium, the simple columnar epithelium is simply confined to the different parts itself, particularly stomach and intestine itself, and the simple non-ciliated columnar epithelium is present in other parts itself. Okay, and here among the A, B, C, D, only the B option is the correct option for this. The endothelium of the blood vessels are made up of with the simple squamous epithelium itself. So, I am opting the B option as the correct option for this. Now we go for the other question. Epimysium, perimysium and endomysium are found in. These are the three of the specialized layers which are confined to the muscles itself, striated muscle. Irrespective of the muscle, certainly the muscles are simply surrounded by or lined with the three of the membranes itself. One is the, just you see that here striated muscles, now it is now neurolemma and a new just perimysium, like you take epimysium, epineurium can be present, perineurium can be present, and endoneurium can be present regarding the nerve itself. Blood vessel also, the different muscle layers are present, not like this perimysium, epimysium and endomysium itself. Particularly, the muscle is the only structure which is lined with the three of the membranes itself. The outermost layer is called epimysium. The middle layer of the muscle layer can be named as the perimysium, and innermost layer of the muscle can be named as the endomysium itself. So that's why in this case here the epimysium, perimysium and endomysium, the three of the layers which are confined to the striated muscles itself. These are the three of the muscles which are lining the muscles of the body itself. And whereas D is the uterus. The uterus is the part of the female reproductive system which carries the pregnancy till the parturition will be completed. So now in this ABCD, the C option is the correct option itself. So I too opting the C option for this question. In that way, with the help of 18 questions, today class is concluded. And thank you very much. And the next class we also propose to take the another lesson itself. Thank you.